What is going on, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. I'm Edward the Collector, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generations Selects Galvatron. And for those of you who don't know, Galvatron is supposed to be purple. Obviously, you know, Galvatron, it's his whole thing is being purple with the orange cannon. But the toy colors, the old G1 1986, 85, whenever that figure came out, I think it was 86. When the toy for Galvatron came out before the movie, he was gray. And so this is what that is replicating. This is his toy colors, pretty much, on the Modern Kingdom mold. This is a repaint of Transformers Kingdom Galvatron. I don't have him. And then those two figures were repainted into Studio Series 86 Galvatron, which kind of a fumble on their part, but we'll see what happens in the future. I don't have the other two. I just have this. So this is my collection's Galvatron. So, here he is in his cannon mode, and right off the bat, you see these, you probably noticed these things and this right here, and we're going to talk about that right now, just to get him off. So, he comes with these two blasters, which are actually his ship from the 86 movie. If you remember, Unicron gave him and his troops the ship to fly to Cybertron and fly around in, and that's what this is. It's just a little black version of that ship. He comes with two of them, because why not? And they can combine into one big kind of circular gun. They don't like to stay together, though. That's cool. But yeah, there it is. It's silly. I just keep him in a bag. I don't even have him hold them. But he comes with two of these. We'll set him off over here. And he comes with this green matrix. So he has, in the movie, he put the Matrix on a chain because he couldn't open it or put it in his chest, and so he just had it. But this time it's green because, again, in the comics, actually, he was in this color as well. This is his Marvel Comics and Toy Colors scheme. So in the comics, the Matrix was green, and then it was also said that the green Matrix is like the creation Matrix or something like that. So double reference for basically everything in this figure. But, yeah, it's cool. Just a chain with a 5mm peg on it, and then the Matrix as well. So, cool accessory. We'll take a look at that more in robot mode, because it looks better on a robot instead of on a cannon. But, here he is. Here is the cannon mode. It looks kind of cool. He has this adjustable stuff in the back. He has the third leg at the back, and then he has the legs at the front, which are just arms, but you can pose it all around. You can make it go up a little bit. You can make it go straight, you know. Not much to say about the cannon mode other than it has wheels, which is kind of cool. Also kind of funky. He rolls well, which is weird because it's just a cannon, but, you know, that's cool. I guess cannons in real life do have wheels, so you can move them around, but that's just kind of funny to me. But, big orange cannon. Lots going on here. It's kind of an upgrade, honestly, in my opinion, to the gun that Megatron was. So, him being upgraded by Unicron into a cannon is fitting. So, that's there's not much else to say about it. It's just this. But the G1 figure, something that the new Galvatron figure can't do is turn into a gun, because the G1 figure used to be cannon, robot, and this weird gun, and it had like sound effects and stuff. But you can kind of do it. This is kind of what it was back in the day. You kind of just, you know, that's pretty much it. So, you know, he can be a triple changer. But for real though, for robot mode, because there's not much else to say about it other than it looks kind of cool. You know, gray, purple. And you're noticing these foil stickers all over him. Those had to be applied manually, and so kind of regretting that now, but you know, it's fine. Some of them look good. Some of them are kind of just, you know, G1 toy stickers. But enough about that. Enough about the cannon. To transform him into robot mode, what you're going to want to do is pop off the orange piece and this back purple piece. And then they become, like, the main cannon, which is very nice looking. It has, like, a sparkle inside of it. It's very cool looking. So we'll set that off over there. And then come to the back, fold up this piece right here. I don't really know what to call it, so I'm just saying, you know, the piece. Fold it up, and those are his feet. And then you come to right here, pop off these gray panels, and then splay the cannon legs, which become his arms and shoulders later on. Just fold it up like that. And then bring down the legs like that, split them, bring around these gray pieces on the side of the legs, which go onto the back of the legs, like this, and they tab together, so this whole assembly doesn't move and just becomes this ankle, which is actually pretty cool. We'll take a look at that in a second, even though we just did, but we'll take a closer look later. And then these parts come down, the legs, you know, come around, these gray parts come down and around like that. Make sure to pop open the heels, pop out the heels. And then this purple part back here comes back, and then this fin comes up like that. And then this whole assembly comes up and around, and tab, hole, tab gets together like that. But actually, you're going to want to pop open this part first. Raise the camera a little bit, which then allows you to bring out the head and the chest like that. And then this comes down and around, and everything kind of folds together correctly like that. And that tabs, and the purple part comes up and pegs into the back like that. Then fold up the shoulder assemblies and arms. Position those red pieces however you want. Fold up the treads. Bring down the arms. Fold out the hands. And then same on the other side. Like so. And after all that, fairly simple transformation, kind of hard to show on camera, so it looks a little bit complicated, but it's really not. Also, the treads are supposed to plug into the back. There's peg holes and pegs, so they are just on the back right there, but that limits articulation, so those are going to be coming undone here in a second. But with all that said, there he is in his robot mode. There's Galvatron in his robot mode. And he looks pretty cool. I really, a lot of people like the purple, but I really enjoy the mainly gray with purple accents as his color scheme. It's not shown much ever, except in like a little bit of IDW comics and in the toys, and I guess Marvel comics too. But mainstream Galvatron isn't shown much anyway, but the gray color scheme is definitely a rarity. And then, of course, he has the cannon, which can go either on the lower, like, forearm, like that, which is nice looking, or up top, which is how I keep it, because it just kind of lines up a little bit better. But it's if you have the figure, either any of the repaints, it's your toy. You can do what you want with it. So either you can put on that side, you put on this side, any of the peg holes on him. Doesn't matter. So, he looks good. The stickers, he doesn't have much paint on him, but that's because of the stickers, but the painted parts do look nice. His face, if you can't tell, is pretty much all like glossy gray paint with painted red eyes, which does look pretty nice, as you can see. It's nice. The foil stickers kind of look rough in some spots. Like up here they look all right, but up here it's kind of, you know, user error. But on the silver on the crown doesn't look that good. I just followed the instructions and did everything, and you know, this is where we got. So, and then there's of course the G1 toy type stickers with this weird detailing. I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be on the side. I just put it on there. But then there's some other stuff, like the kneecap stickers don't look that bad. I kind of like those. The Decepticon symbols obviously look good. You know, little things, but just like I don't really care for the silver on the crown. I don't really care for the weird technological stickers. I don't know what's called that. But anyway, enough about the stickers. He looks good. I like this mold. I just wish they did something more for Studio Series 86, and I'll show you why here in a second. For articulation, he has a ball joint at the neck, so he can kind of cock his head either way. He can look up that far and down that far, and it's a full 360. He has these shoulder things that can go down like that, or up like this. You can keep them in. I like to have them at an angle so they kind of line up with the way his chest is, like that. He has a full 360 at his shoulder. He has a hinge at the shoulder, which can go very far out, like all the way up, like that. He has movement at the tread, so you can get it out of the way and in the way, or whatever you want to do with it. A shoulder swivel, because that's not really a bicep swivel, it's kind of just there. A double jointed elbow, a wrist swivel, which is very nice, love to see that. His hand is molded to where he kind of wants to give the middle finger, but like his mom isn't allowing him to, so it's on both hands too. I don't know what's up with that, but it's fine. And then everything on that side, same on this side. His his skirts can move. His side skirts can move out of the way and in the way and all that. This thing can move up for whatever reason. I don't really know why. Well, you know. He has waist articulation, which is cool. He has leg articulation. It's actually kind of connected, or not supposed to be connected, but it's kind of getting stuck to each other. So when you move one, it's not happening anymore, but that's, you know, that's nice. I think you saw it where it kind of moved at the same time. It's not happening now, of course, but he can kick. He can go back a little bit. The backpack kind of hinders it. Even though it doesn't look like much of a backpack, it's flat and nice. It's there, and it hinders the legs. It can spread out that far. The shoulder and arm assembly from Transformation does not like to stay together when you're moving them around. So this part always comes undone. But, you know, it's fine. You know, it's annoying. It really is, but not much you can do about it. So, you can kick out that far. He has a thigh swivel, a knee bend, and a little bit of an ankle tilt. So, you can get him into some poses. There's some hindrances, there's some annoyances, but overall, pretty good articulation for, you know, a leader class figure, a figure that's a few years old. I'm not going to say it's old, because it's really not. It's only been a couple years. Maybe it was like 2020 is when this figure came out, when this originally came out, the original mold. Either way. So, you can get him into some poses with the cannon, on either way. The reason for that swivel being up there is for this pose. You can have him shoot the cannon, which, you know, it's pretty nice looking. And then, of course, he has his other accessories that I don't really care about, but they're kind of neat at the same time. So he has the Matrix necklace, as you can see, the green Matrix. It literally just goes over his neck like that. So that's cool. You know, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. There's something about it. Then he has these two blasters, which are just stupid to me. They're cool, nice little references, but he doesn't need them. He has a giant orange cannon and a Matrix. But you can hold both of them, you know. But like I said, I just set them aside and forget it. Set it and forget it. So, overall, the figure's really cool. Great articulation. And for some comparisons, here he is with his minions. We have Studio Series 86 Scourge. Pretty small little guy in comparison. We have, just making sure I get everyone in shot, Kingdom Cyclonus. He's a leader class, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I did, but just reiterating, he is a leader class, and these two are Voyager class figures, so that's why he's beefy, and he's solid too. He's pretty heavy. But there's those three, you know, the big three of the season 3 and 4 Decepticons. Pretty cool. And these two did get toy color versions. He got it like a brighter blue, and he got the kind of like a darker purple with some weird coloring. But I don't have those. Probably not going to get those. I just, I preferred this version. And then, for some enemies, here he is with Kingdom Rodimus. Let me get him real quick. Here he is. Who is a Commander class figure, which is higher price point and supposed to be bigger usually. But we got, him being bigger. Which actually, I like how this sizing is. It's just like, he's Commander class. What's the deal? Oh yeah, he came with like $30 worth of trailer. Come on now. But they look cool together. Here he is with Siege Ultra Magnus. I don't have Kingdom Ultra Magnus, but here he is with that mold. And these two actually scale quite well together. This mold, along with this mold. I like it. I like how they scale. He's a tiny bit shorter, but, Ultra Magnus is like an Optimus-sized character in armor, so it kind of makes sense. But I like how that looks. That's cool to me. But now, for this disappointing part of why I'm upset that this figure became the Studio Series 86 figure, and they did not do a new mold. Here's Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus, who is, of course, a Commander class figure. And he looks great. I love this figure. I love Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. Very nice looking, very cool. Big, chunky, cool accessories. And then we have Galvatron, who is tiny in comparison. Like, this scaling looks good. And this scaling looks good, but at the same time, it doesn't work. Like, why is he so big? And then, in the cartoon, wow, crazy voice crack there. That was, sorry, I just get so passionate, though. Anyway, in the cartoon, Ultra Magnus fights Cyclonus quite a lot, but then Cyclonus is also way shorter. It's not fine. I was gonna say, it's fine, it's whatever, but it's just like, come on. You couldn't give him like some leg extensions or make a new mold or something. We just had to reuse this one again. I mean, don't get me wrong, the colors on the Studio Series 86 Galvatron does look nice. It's just like, the scale sucks. Because for early Studio Series 86, they were just kind of reusing molds, and now they're actually pumping out new, accurate molds, like the new Seekers. So, like, that Starscream is obsolete. This Galvatron is obsolete because of just new stuff. It's just they keep upgrading, and then forgetting to upgrade some other guys. So it's like, come on now. But he's cool. They're both good figures. It's just upsetting because he's so small, but he's also big at the same time. He's in a weird spot. So overall, he is a great figure. All that said, all that ranting aside, I really do like this figure. I love the paint, or I love the color scheme, the molding. The stickers are annoying, but that's kind of my own choice. The figure itself, the mold is good. Overall, the mold is good. So if you want a Galvatron figure that's not crazy expensive or, weird or anything, it's a good figure. Find this mold. I'm sure it's cheap because it's older now. It's a few years old. But, yeah, overall, I like the figure. If you guys have it, let me know what you think. If you don't have it, let me know what you think of the review. Comment section down below, of course. And if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. That's always nice. And if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe, because this is what I do pretty much. This is Transformers reviews and the occasional ranting. That's pretty much what I do. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for, supporting the channel, if you do. And I will see you all in the next video.